So there are a lot of wonderful things to see in the world, but sometimes when you see them, they might disappoint you. The scale that you thought they might be, or I don't know, color, just anything about them. Usually it's the size, but right behind me is Sagrada Familia. I need to say it correctly, and it does not disappoint. It is huge. It's totally gaudy, and it's enchanting. Take a look. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. This is a really great and important interview. I'm happy that you're watching this, and I'm introducing you to Boyan Ivic. He is an actor, a drama teacher, and he's doing a very interesting concept with people called transpersonal therapy, and I want to start by talking about that. It should be really interesting. So what is it exactly, transpersonal therapy?
Transpersonal therapy, it's kind of therapy where main purpose is transgender parts that we know, like our personality. Go to the roots of our perception as a human beings, like species. What's in common in all of us? Transpersonal therapy leads the person to the roots of being human.
How do you get them to do that? How do you get them to think about life on these different levels?
You always go to the essence of human perception in the basic fields that compose our lives.
And what are they?
Basically, we're speaking about archetypes, archetypic notions. Archetypes are introduced in our words by Carl Gustav Jung in the beginning of the last century. So they're like kind of our genetic treasure on the level of species, where we have condensed notions about things like life, death, fear, love, belongs, and any other category, but on the basic level, they're coming from that kind of biggest storage that exists, named subconscious, collective subconscious.
Well, I love that, and I'll sort of use it as a segue into acting. Boyan is an acting teacher, an actor and an acting teacher. Sort of this is what we're doing as actors, right? Just expressing different parts of the human experience.
We all the time acting. As an actor.
We had this argument earlier. I'm not really sure if I agree, but I do agree that acting is a lifestyle. It sounds like a contradiction, but to say that humans are always acting, what do you mean by that?
There's no other way to function for human being. Human beings always have some kind of purpose. In 98%, the purpose is unconscious. We are not aware of it. But it doesn't mean that we have some alternative way to function. Human being doesn't have purpose just in 4 cases. If he's sick of clinical depression, if he's sleeping, if it's some kind of coma. I don't even remember the 4th case. So,
are you using this sort of transpersonal knowledge in your acting lessons? Do you think it's helpful for actors?
Of course.
It's helpful for actors. It's helpful for the general public.
Of course. My purpose with my students always was just once to make them better person for themselves, to understand life better, to understand each other better. So, if my purpose is to help a student to learn and get aware about himself, like some kind of biological machine made to confront life, everything below, it's the correct word, below?
Sure.
It's easy.
Oh my gosh, I watch your video like all the time. You're Tritano from the Tritano show.
Thank you, that's right.
Oh my god, I love you.
Thank you.
So what are you doing here in LA? You're always somewhere else.
Yeah. Actually, well, I'm here just sort of doing what I usually do.
But I mean,
sort
are
of like
you
taking
usually eating some interesting food, or you're like in some faraway place? I'm never
I just met you, but I think you're like the coolest dude in the world.
Thank you.
Well, it's great meeting you.
Nice to meet you too.
I love it.
Okay, thanks. Bye. Oh, isn't that nice? Wow. Okay, I'm in front of Park Güell. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, but it's another one of the places in Barcelona that you have to see. It's really beautiful, totally impressive, doesn't disappoint. Take a look. Güell. We talked earlier, Boyan said he wasn't teaching his acting students how to be good actors, and you also thought that you really didn't need any sort of natural talent to be an actor. What are you teaching them if you're not teaching them how to act?
To recognize, to be aware of perfect acting mechanism they already have inside. Every one of us, as a human being, functioning based on one's very simple formula, made from 4 questions. Who am I? What I want? What circumstances around me, and the other circumstances which inside of me, and what I'm what I'm doing
To get what you want.
to get what I want, being who I am under that circumstances. There is no any 5th element that missing. So I cannot teach human being how to act. I can help human being to be conscious of perfect acting mechanism he born with.
I love this idea, and I'm familiar with it from having studied acting myself, and it raises another question about self-awareness and what I tried to promote on this program about global participation. So this awareness, if you're able to answer these questions and be aware of yourself in the way that you're describing, how do you think that can be more helpful to us as citizens of the world?
This is because transpersonal perception for me in psychology is so important, because we are all basically the same. We are all have same kind of problems. We are all left by our couples on the more or less same way, from same reasons. We all made same kind of mistakes. Everything we lived as a species, as individuals that belongs one determinate species, in great percent it's the same. Only thing that really is different, it's a kind of experience in sense of way how we was get through that, but never archetypically, never like archetype. You know, if you have some tragical event in your family, maybe death of some member, or something really nice, like birth of some new member, a kind of joy or sadness you're gonna feel in your family and mine, in the quality gonna be the same. Same. So if
the good and the bad.
Yeah, if your nephew's name is Mark or my nephew's name is Mita, it's not crucial. So the ordinary therapy, ordinary psychology, it's about hypothetical Michael or Mike and my nephew.
Yeah.
Transpersonal is same for both of them, more or less.
So
Approach
these
is the same.
This sameness you're talking about sometimes isn't always apparent, especially in different cultures, right? Boyan is Serbian national, but he lives here in beautiful Barcelona, Spain now. And I just want to know, what was it that sort of motivated you to leave your own country and come here? How long have you been living here in Spain?
Well, actually, I've been living here 16 years.
So what was the motivation? How did you end up here? This is very different from Serbia, I imagine.
It's quite different.
Do you like it?
I love it.
You love it.
Do you like it?
I love it. I love it. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. I mean that. It's wonderful. And you know, you'll see on this show some of the sites that I've been visiting, especially the Gaudi architecture, some of the most popular.
You see, this is, for example, transpersonal values.
Why?
Because there's archetypes.
Okay.
City on the sea with monuments, range. It's something we are attracted like human beings.
Yeah. And so was it that attraction that brought you here?
No.
What brought you here?
Actually, I was born in different country. I born in country named Yugoslavia.
Okay.
Country I really loved. I loved a lot. Beautiful country, big country with lot of people, different cultures, different traditions, different languages.
Different languages?
Yeah, of course, also different languages.
Okay.
So certainly when I was 17 or 18, we had a civil war. So that country I was born in disappeared overnight. And I wasn't from nationalistic family. My family from both sides have really strong left ideologies in the past. So for me it was really difficult.
Left to American audiences, left means sort of liberal. Is it the same definition?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
So for me it was very, very difficult to identify with new country I get in my arms with 18 years. Because everything changed from the flag to the national song.
To the name of the country.
Name of the country, exactly.
Yeah.
Because everything was different. And for me it was certainly a little bit claustrophobic.
Wow.
Because it was everything like more, everything gets smaller.
So do you feel sort of like a broader experience here, like you have more space to express yourself?
I felt like this.
Yeah. And you still feel like this?
I feel really open right now, and I get time now to use my new country. I mean, my old country that become new country. So right now I'm okay here. I'm okay in Serbia. I'm okay.
Being in a new country has helped you to feel a little bit more awareness about your own culture?
Totally.
Okay.
I think it's very important for healthy development for any human being to get close contact with the other cultures.
Wow. I agree 100%.
With other traditions, with other ways of perception of life. Especially if you have passion in transpersonal therapy or transpersonal notions, you cannot live without big help me to finish differences, human difference.
That's good. That's good. And
that you can see the same.